Guys, I've gotten a lot of requests lately for people asking me how to do a liquid foundation tutorial. A lot of people already wear liquid foundation, but they're either putting it on with their hands or sponge. I personally feel like applying it with a brush is not only the quickest way, but it's also the most cost-effective because it takes so little of your product and blends it in so well. So today I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay BB Tinted Moisturizer. It says tinted moisturizer, but I swear this covers like a foundation. I love it. And I think it has an SPF 20, so it's great for everyday wear. And I am the color light. And with today's video, I'm also going to show you not only how I get ready every morning with my foundation, but how I also do a quick contour with a liquid foundation on top of that. And I had mentioned in my other video that if you do want to contour, if you're new to it, or if you want a really healthy natural contour, you can use your same foundation brand. Just use a couple shades darker. So this color is the same brand, but this color is medium tan. And on camera, it's just, a few shades darker, which is what you want. You don't want something that's super dark, especially if you're not used to contouring. It's not going to give you very much space for mistakes. So I just start with this one. I've already applied moisturizer, I did my SPF, and then I did my primer. I'm still loving the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I just love it, and I even spray it when I'm done with my makeup, just kind of for extra insurance. So take the Tarte foundation, and I put just kind of like a dollop on, and you'll kind of get used to it once you start, how much you need. I'm using the IT Cosmetics foundation brush. Favorite brush in the entire world. It's very tightly packed. It's more of a dome shape. And I just love it. No matter what foundation I put it on, no matter what foundation I use, it's just perfect. So I'm warming this up, swirling it in, stippling it, getting everything I need on the brush. And then I just kind of start in the center of my face and work out. Since it's going all over, it doesn't really matter how you put this on. The biggest thing is that once this brush does hit my face, it doesn't come off my skin until I'm completely done. Meaning that this brush is constantly swirling, I'm not lifting up. It's just a continuous sweeping motion. And you will really want to take it all over. If you don't have eyeshadow on yet, you can swipe it on your lids, kind of use that as a primer or even just to even it out. And then I cover my ears, all down the jawline, just everywhere, really. Take it up into the scalp as far as you can before you hit that hairline, especially if you're blonde. You can get foundation on your hair and then it looks like you've had some highlights. Or lowlights, I guess. And then, so I'm going to take this one. How fast was that? And you want to take less this time because you're not putting this all over. And again, you're just warming it up. Now, I start up in my hairline. This is kind of where the sun would naturally hit you. And then I take it down the temple. And then I go right here. And the best way to gauge where you would want to put that is, my husband always makes fun of me, but I call it this little knob right here, whatever it's called. He'll comment and tell me what it's called. So I tell girls, if you take this knob and you take your hand diagonally with your cheek and just naturally follow that line, that's where you're going to put your contour line. And I take the side of this brush, like this edge is the only part hitting my cheekbone. And you're just sketching it in that way. And then pick up a little more, come back, same side. I'm sorry, same way, just using that side. And blending it in with the temple. This is what they mean when they say sun-kissed. And then I know a lot of people say to come down on the jaw. I don't do a ton because I don't want it to look like between my jaw and my neck, it's you know, 3 different colors. So I'll just lightly sweep it. And then another good tip is that people, naturally your chin kind of blocks your neck, and so because of that your neck doesn't get as much sun, and so it's more pale generally. And I just take what's left over from my darker color and just kind of sweep that in. And if you can, it's always best to do your makeup in natural light. If not, do your makeup and then check in your mirror in natural light before you walk out the door. And that's kind of, you're not going to be able to hide anything in natural light. If you've got something going on, you're going to see it pretty quick, which is good. Cream blush by Honest, I absolutely love it. Same color that I used last time, Truly Exciting. I just kind of use a dome brush. Again, there's not a ton of give, and you don't want a ton of give because you don't want that cream blush all over. You're putting it in a pretty specific place, and I just tap it and then I kind of swirl back in a circular motion. And I think that as bad as it sounds, the more blush you have on the better, in the sense that blush is just one of the quickest ways to look healthy and fresh and really younger, because it just gives your skin color, and I just think it makes you look happy. So if there's anything I would ever use too much of, it would probably be blush. And I really like that name, obviously. And then you can set it with, I use the Sonia Kashuk brightening powder. This is translucent, and you can just take a big powder brush. It doesn't matter what brand, any powder brush, doesn't have to be $50. My foundation brush was close to the 50 area, but I really feel like it's worth it. And I think you really can get away with using a more expensive brush with a drugstore foundation. Because obviously you run out of foundation a lot, but if you're buying a quality brush, you shouldn't have to replace it. I mean, I've had some of my brushes for 10 years, and if you think about it, you use it every day. So I think it's worth the investment. And I think if you're not used to it and you start using it, you start to see, you kind of start to convert, and you understand why it's worth a few more dollars. And it works with any foundation. You don't have to use a certain foundation brush with a certain formula. That's really more of a marketing thing than anything. So just mix and match, whatever whatever works. People always ask me about rules and can I do this and can I do that? And I just say, as long as there's no lines, as long as you don't have sharp, harsh lines or things not blended, you can't really mess it up. To me, there's no rules in makeup. So if it works for you, that's really all that matters. So I just did a couple dabs, and I hold the brush a little further down. Don't hold it too close because that'll kind of pack it on a little too much. And so I just lightly set it. I don't go too heavy over the blush, if at all, because it's cream and you don't want that powder to sit on top and, separate or anything. And the reason I like to set it with a powder, you can also use your foundation powder if you have one. But this, I feel like powder in general to set, it just kind of takes out that extra layer of moisture, and that, if you're holding your phone up to your face, it's not going to transfer as quickly. So it's just kind of like a security blanket. And everybody has their own number of steps. So that's what I do every day. And once you get the hang of it, you should be able to do it in your sleep. It's just kind of a matter of repetition and getting used to the steps. Really, this would take me like not even 5 minutes in the morning, but I have done a little bit of talking to explain it. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys like this video. Thanks. Bye.